Last time on 100 line, we did the killing game route and got one of, if not the best ending so far. This time we're going to get the good ending, like the everyone lives ending, and we're going to go for that. So I hope you enjoy.
But we'll never actually get there.
And this is why I hate this ending. By the way, I'd gotten spoiled on the whole time loop stuff before this, but that was all I got spoiled about, the fact that they're in a time loop. And all of this just doesn't apply to me. There's someone else, and that's you, Takumi. You've also experienced our countless days here 100 times. See, this is why I don't like this ending, because it implies that Hi makes all of these other endings obsolete. And some of these endings I really like. Like, I'd like to see continue. Like the KG route. I think that's genuinely a better, like, a more interesting outcome than everyone living. But now they're trying to say that, oh, we never made it to the artificial satellite. As soon as we make it to the artificial satellite, time loops back. And I don't know how I feel about that. I got spoiled on this, the fact that this is the plot. And I don't know, I'm just gonna accept that as not canon and just assume this is a different route. I think there's a version of Takumi still in this route, and then there's another version of Takumi, the one that we're controlling in the SF route, that's been time looping. But there's two Takumis. 14,600 days. That makes 40. I've been living at the school in this loop for at least 40 years. See, that's another reason I don't like this ending, because are you meaning to tell me that Takumi and Hideko are 40 years older than they actually are? No! For whatever reason, even if we make it to the end, we still can't escape this place. When it gets to 10 o'clock, we'll be forced back to day 2 to do it all again. You said you remember the timeline where we managed to get into the escape pod, right? But do you remember anything from after that? You see, you don't have any memories of us actually reaching the artificial satellite. Neither do I. Before we get there, our consciousness are pulled back and we start again from day 2. But is this really all true? Somehow I have a distant memory of days beyond day 100. I know I said things turned back in the loop on day 100 at 10 a.m., but that's no more than an educated guess. It could end up being slightly earlier or later, in some situations much later. But even so, that doesn't change the fact that we'll be brought back to the evening of day 2 at some point. If you continue to exist in a timeline after day 100 into old age, how could you possibly retain those memories from after day 100 in the here and now? Okay, so they lived longer in the... like, until they got to old age and died in those other timelines where they survive. It's just, once they die, they get looped back. But going beyond day 100 is an extremely rare anonymous event. It's probably safe to say that the loop turns back in itself on day 100 at 10 a.m., except for in Beyond Hope from Despair, which is my, that's my headcanon, because fuck that shit. My favorite ending in the game matters. It only stands to reason. Think about it. What's your special skill? This is just in Stars in Time, but focused on the loop rather than on the characters, which makes it mid. I can pretty much piece together what's going to happen in this route, though, from what's happened in the other routes. Another thing about this route is I feel like it's focusing way too much on Takumi and Hideko, when all the other routes, when like KG route focused on everyone, like every single one of the survivors had a moment. You mean X? Isn't that what the mastermind behind the murders in that timeline was called? No, X and Omega are different people. Omega is me. That's why I went to that timeline to remove the GA data from Omega's brain. Oh! So that's why we weren't ever taken over by the GA in that timeline.
Covered in blood.
So we still murdered Gaku on in that timeline. I'm sorry, Gaku.
It was you, Takumi Sumino.
He looks so silly in this screenshot. Look at him. He looks so happy. He's just happy to be here. Hey, just add that to another one of the many sins I committed on that route. But that was the point of the Invader Hunt route, is that we had all these sins, but we can live together on the, we still deserve a future. And that's what was so amazing about that ending. So, if that matters, if those Takumis matter, then those endings matter. Like, because I like that they clarified that in some timelines we live to old age, because that allows the endings to feel real and not have this ending just invalidate them all. It's like we get to live a full life and then we die and go back. This is what I think is happening. So, at day 100, Takumi splits into two. P. Takumi, who retains all the memories of every timeline. And I call them P. Takumi because that is the Takumi we play as. And then T. Takumi, the Takumi that continues to exist in that timeline. So, essentially, these two Takumis are the same person, but this one moves forward and this one is trapped in the time loop. Because the parallel universes still exist. It's not like they cease to exist on day 100. They still exist, and I assume Takumi still exists.
Anything?
Yeah.
You did say anything.
Yeah.
Hideko let her hand drop to her side. I'm not kissing you! What? You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Okay.
What? It's better if you don't ask, Nozomi.
Tsubasa! My beloved! Hi, Tsubasa. Hi, Tsubasa. Hi. I know I'm cheating on you in this route with Hideko, but hi. What? My shoes are already clean. I'm not here to lick your boots, Hideko. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. I didn't come so you could sit on me either. What? Need that to happen to me? So I was watching a YouTuber. Do you know who John Awesome is? He's like this big Atlas streamer / YouTuber. No? Okay, but anyway, he's doing a Let's Play of this game, and first route he got was Cult of Takumi, and I think that's crazy. Like, I think Cult of Takumi should have been locked behind, at least completing the second scenario, because I feel like if you play that route first and go in completely blind, and that's totally possible, he did it, I think that could sour the game. That doing Cult of Takumi as that could make you not want to play anything else because you just assume the rest of the routes are like that. And this game can go from a 9 out of 10 to a 2 out of 10.
Huh?
Why did they put that in the fucking game? The only difference is we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call him Takumi 2 to make things easier. At this rate, Takumi 2 is gonna become a killer. We're gonna treat him before he can commit his first murder. But that's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. In the version of history I know, Takumi actually kills somebody tonight. Hideko too. In other words, me. Oh, wait, yeah! Wait! He's gonna like kick us. He's gonna and shove us out the window. Wait, that means Hideko doesn't remember kissing us. Fucking homestuck ass transition. Like that's like the shit that happened in Megalovania. Could someone take someone else's spot? Like, could I kill Takumi too and just take his spot in this timeline? Run! Get out of there! Now, before he gets up! Get out of there before Takumi gets up! Wait, something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this happen before? I couldn't have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. So that's why he kicked. That's how he kicked us. It's encouraging to see Ima and Kako on such good terms. In other timelines, they were usually on the rocks on this time. But Hideko, as Hideko said, she seemed to have got them to make up. This is another reason why I don't like this timeline, because I feel like everyone's character development isn't earned. They just make it happen through time travel bullshit.
Kill her.
What?
Yeah, let's rip out her entrails.
Now you mention it. My neck's been feeling awfully cold lately.
You want to wear intestines as a scarf?
Sorry, but I'm with them.
Oh no,
She
we're
has
gonna
to
spare
die.
her.
You too, Tsubasa?
I hate to say this, but
What?
I
Why?
think so too.
Even you, Nozomi?
If we let her live, you can bet it'll mean trouble later down the line.
No matter how nice she may look, she's still our enemy.
Shoma?
Sucks, but that's just how it's gotta be.
What happened to
said.
y'all?
Yeah, you're right.
What happened to everyone? They
I'm
all want to
sorry,
kill her?
Takumi. It looks like we'll have to finish her off after.
No.
Please, no! Don't kill me! Let me live. I beg of you. Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Please!
Everybody ready? 1, 2, just
What?
kidding.
Feels like you've been keeping your distance from the rest of us.
I
A
agree.
communal event like this would help boost our affinity level with you.
Nope, I've got no idea
It
what
was
that's
Miss
supposed to mean.
Shizuhara who gave us the idea.
Yeah, we've been avoiding all of
She knew you
them.
wouldn't want to kill.
Wait, so are we brainwashing Ava anyway? I don't want to do that. That's taking her freedom away from her.
Get ready.
Like, even if we survive up till day 100, she's not herself anymore. She's what we made her. Today's only day 23, so we still have a chance to save Kako. That's our objective this time, to prevent the tragedies that occur in the mystery timeline. As for how we're going to do it, that much should be
Yes.
obvious.
Tomorrow, we're going to expose the true mastermind. And stop X before they can start killing.
But we don't even know who X is. Oh shit, hi! I wasn't in the academy yet. I only arrived on day 24. You can believe me or not, of course. I don't really care.
Let's play a game. I love playing games. Here are the rules. I'm going to fire this gun after counting to 10. If you can guess who I really am before then, I'll lower the gun.
My head was spinning. Think, Takumi. Who could X be?
6.
It has to be Kako! Hi!
Hell?
Oh!
Why?
You... Kako.
But Lady Kaka was...
This was the day she sent them from the box of blessings to here.
You?
Oh, so she's so short. Look how short she is. So your ultimate objective is to summon the rescue craft. That's right, I'm gonna ride it to the artificial satellite so my sisters can bond with the remaining humans there.
I'm going going to count down from 10 now. Get out before I reach 0 or else. 10, 9, 8.
The burning rage in me fired, fled into an inferno, and I could no longer
7,
contain myself.
6, 5.
This lunatic killed Kako, Shoma, Tsubasa, Moko, and Karada. I was not gonna let her get away scot-free.
3, 2.
Not if I could help it. I'd catch her and punish her for everything she's done. I swore to myself I would exact vengeance for my friend. I started charging forward as she yelled, taking 1 step, 2 steps, and then I saw a grenade flying to the air, making a beeline for my face. Nozomi, no! Nozomi! What? What just happened? Nozomi, she's trying to protect me? Don't do this, Nozomi. Get away! Nozomi, no! No!
Leapt to another timeline after she killed Nozomi. We tried to stop her, but she threatened us with the grenade
Okay,
gun.
cool. So now she's hiding somewhere
I'm
else.
sorry.
You want to find a way to save the baby somehow. Isn't that right?
Hideko fell silent for a
You're
moment
not
before
wrong.
answering.
I intend to steal a device called the baby jar.
The baby
To do
jar.
that, I have to go to the steady fundamental timeline.
Oh! What? What the fuck?
No way. Whoa, what?
How?
Why?
Impossible.
Y'all are supposed to be dead.
Everyone survived, but which timeline are they from? We go to the Box of Calamity timeline to try and stop Hideko from that timeline from sending Kako, who was possessed by the GA, through the timeline. Because of that, I couldn't make out who it was. Is that me? He ran after me. The rain was stronger now, but it wasn't slowing him down. If he caught up with me, it caused a lot of problems. I had to throw him off. But how? We're messing up the timeline! We're creating the timelines we remember! Due to the Takumi from this timeline distracting us, the Hideko from this timeline successfully sends Kakoji across to the Hunt Mystery timeline, unfortunately, meaning we missed her. Also, unfortunately, we're stuck here for 2 days until the blood waves become good enough for us to jump again. Hi, Gaku! We took off running as fast as we could. Even in our panic trying to get away, a thought occurred to me. Something happened in this timeline with Gaku in the middle of the
I got
night.
kinda hungry, so I went to the cafeteria for some food, and when I turned around, there were 2 dark, shadowy figures standing at the back of the room.
At least I know who those shadowy figures had been now. The brainwashing is done. I feel like it's a little faster. So we've brainwashed her. Cool. Now she's not herself.
Hey!
But orders from us girls are okay. Ava, shake. Oh boy.
Ah.
You is. Yes, you is. What? No. We've stripped away her free will. We should leave her how she was. Why is none of us bringing up the problems with us brainwashing an innocent human being? Apparently, you can lock the machine from a specific timeline so that nobody can jump to it. So Kako did that and locked the machine in the mystery timeline so we can't jump there and chase after her.
Another thing, too. But bear in mind, it's only a theory. I think the sponsor behind the Invader Hunt killing game is probably Kakoji,
Oh! Wait. So you were the first
She's the one
sponsor.
who set it up.
So we jump to the Hunt timeline so we can stop the killing game. I want to go see the Tsubasa from this timeline. Please? I want to go see Tsubasa, my beloved. As with what happened in the Killing Game timeline, Takumi from the Killing Game timeline comes in and we knock him out with some anesthetic, and then Takumi takes his place for the day and charges into the rec room. I want to go see Tsubasa!
Ah.
Tsubasa! Hi! At this point, we had already killed the first sponsor for the first time before all the clones showed up. So, when the group tells me this, we assume that Kako G is dead. Hi, Tsubasa! Takumi, yeah, you look fine. In that case, come with me and it's an emergency. Tsubasa tells us about what happened with the pod in this timeline, with the bacteria. And so we decide that we want to save everyone in this timeline too, so we should go find some GB fluid. All right, let's go home. So this timeline is basically just filling out everything that, like, fixing everything that happened in all the timelines.
You've betrayed us to side with the enemy, Ava. Have you forgotten our family pride?
Shut the hell up, you nasty bitch.
Tell him, Ava!
I'm going to shove my hand so far up your ass your back teeth will clatter.
Tell him, Ava!
Have to show you the kind of calamity that befalls traitors like you.
Bring it on, skank. I'll
Skank?
open your head and suck your brains up through a bendy straw.
What? Ew!
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. The special defense unit comes out on top again.
Ding dong, the wicked bitch is dead. Margaret Thatcher is dead. Margaret Thatcher is dead.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. The special defense unit comes out on top again. Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
We did it! Go us!
See, I feel like this song isn't earned because I feel like in KG Route, every time this song plays, it's fucking earned. Because, like, they like, deserve that shit. In this, because of all the shit they went through. Especially at the end, in this route, it just doesn't feel like that.
You're light!
Special yeah! Best in the world!
Indestructible and undefeated!
If we're so concerned about saving everyone else in every other timeline, then
rise and shine!
I assume that those timelines still matter, and we still exist.
Get
in
ready
those
for your
timelines.
34th day. Prepare. Be ready.
Uh-oh, our bus got infected by the particle bacteria, so now we need to find GB fluid in this timeline. Luckily, we find it at the enemy invader base.
Oh, a UFO!
Are we really gonna fall for this? Everyone turned to look. I was so caught up in the moment that I did too.
I don't see no UFO.
Don't tell me.
There is no fucking shot. You knew that was gonna happen too. It happened in a previous timeline. Like, how do you fall for the same goddamn trick twice?
It's here!
No, Mr. Skawana. See, this song isn't earned in this timeline. I don't feel like it is. Don't do that to her! And now, Kawana, if you don't mind, stop forcing her to do shit! Let the girl sleep! Someone kicked Sierra as hard as they could before they could finish their demands. Apparently, I'm the one who kicked him. It had all happened unconsciously. Yeah, that's right. Defend her. I think I may have figured it out, where that book is, I mean. I was just talking to Mr. Gonzaki, and we somehow ended up on the subject of Mr. Atsuki. Oh my god! Shoma! What the? All the pages were ripped out. Do you know anything about goats? I've been told more than once that I look like one. You ate them? That's right, I ate them. You gave me so little food. I was so hungry I just couldn't help myself. Fuck you! You know we show up for it eventually, isn't that right? Fuck this guy! And lick the floor while you grovel. We're so sorry, Aisha, you don't deserve this.
Hey!
Sleep tight, you two. Fuck this fucking guy. I hate you. We go back to the timeline where the invader hunt occurred in order to give Tsubasa from that timeline the GB fluid in order to fix the escape pod. Wait, are you gonna help? I have an errand I need to deal with. You can ask the others though, right? Wow, heartless much. I'm kind of offended. Maybe I'll just disable the shower and toilet in your room. Wait! Fine, you win. I'll help you. Great, well, let's get right to it. They don't know I'm not that. Finally done. That should have wiped out the particle back here. Thanks, Takumi. You really saved us. Exactly, but it's gonna take at least 50 days to fully repair it, even if I work at type speed. I sure hope you find some child that knows how to fix it in 5 days. I can only ask the members we're up against, you know? What are you saying? It got back on track a while back, ever since the real sponsor showed up on day 33. Which means she's likely hiding somewhere inside the school. But it wasn't who we were expecting. Aito! How despicably cruel. Even if this isn't my timeline, that's hard to forgive. You must be from the Box of Calamity timeline. You jumped from it on day 36. Exactly. See you around. It's the dilemma cognitive reconstruction therapy advice. We're ready for you. Come on out. Aito. It's okay. He's on our side now. We fucking brainwashed him. The cerebral glitch repair program. Oh, it was that easy. We can just fix Aito like that. That was a joke. In truth, you're a beautiful young man with a dignified face, full of courage and passion. Aito. Gay? Takumi, you're blushing? Oh, nah, twin, he got you blushing? The loop was triggered by that first trip back in time. Once force is applied to an object, it will continue to move at that same speed until an additional external force is applied. The example of the spring. You two are the weight on the spring. Time moves down from day 1 to day 100, but it can't progress any further. The restoring force of the spring brings it back to day 2. So how do we cut loose from the spring? How do we do that? It all comes down to the lives of the special defense unit. The weight here is the weight of life itself. It's short. If all of the special defense units in this timeline survive until 10 a.m., the sum of all those lives will serve as a huge weight that will tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop. Oh, by the way, Takumi from this timeline, thanks for helping Tsubasa out with that shit with the QB liquid in the Hunt timeline. If you had, thanks for helping out. That meant a lot. Like, you threw the Takumi from that timeline a fucking bone. But we don't even know that they're not invaders in this route. Are we not gonna learn that in this route? Are we still gonna think we're the good guys in this route? Because if that's the case... Also, this Aito redemption just doesn't feel earned. Like, we just brainwashed him. In the main route, him siding with us feels earned. In this route, it just doesn't. Nothing feels earned. It feels like none of our character development matters. And yeah, I'm glad that there's an ending that's a good ending. That everyone survives. But I don't know, it just feels unearned. Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Fight on! Never back down! Never what? Yeah, but it's not earned. Oh shit, we just got all our memories back from... I think... Tsubasa! What? When did that happen? But her death won't stop the invader hunt because Aito 3 will take her place as the game's sponsor. We'll have more casualties, and finally on day 93...
The survivors will launch a last-ditch attack against Veshness.
When did that happen? Are we gonna do something to, like, convince... Okay, so all the same thing... Yeah, it's probably for... But which option? Oh my god, are they gonna retroactively change it so that, oh, Takumi didn't decide not to do it not to kill the baby on their own. We brainwashed him to do that, or some shit like that. Is that what we're doing? The whole point of the route is that it's Takumi's free will, and that makes him a good person. If that happens, I'm fucking quitting this game. Oh, what are they gonna do? I'm so pissed. Because if it's them that did something that led to it, and if we're changing Takumi's mind and like brainwashing him to do that, I think that's fucked. If we're not doing that, if we're just intervening and like talking or something, it's fine, but I realized someone blocked the machine in the hunt timeline. Don't tell me, Ito 3, it's highly likely. We're the ones who know he's there. It would be a problem for him if he showed up again. So he stopped us from going back to that timeline.
Oh.
The lock will only be removed 40 days after it passed. That means day 95 at the earliest. And everyone in that timeline gets wiped out on day 93. In other words, we won't make it. They may not have been from our timeline, but all our friends were going to die. Yeah, an especially long time? How much longer would she be able to smile like that? Takumi! You're worried about your alternate universe girlfriend. Dude. Anyway, we decide to go to timelines where our friends are already dead to get the distress signal transmitter working and call the rescue craft in order to leave early. The name's kind of mid, ain't it? So we go to an alternate timeline and dig up Dotomi's corpse to get her livor mortis code. Yeah, fuck, that was the hardest.
Kaku, don't tell me you can't do math either.
Not in my head, like, I can do it if I think about it, but having to fight and do multiplication table at the same time? I couldn't do that.
7 is
like, I could do it if I think about it. I have to think about it for like a second or two. Fuck, I'll prove it right now. 7, 14, 21,
I don't want
28.
Help me!
7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. Then 49. Then...
Yeah!
56?
Take that, freaking small fry!
I always forget this one. 42, 49. Yeah, it's 56. I was right. And then 7 times 9 is 63. And then 70. Okay, we did it. Then, for no reason, everyone starts hating each other and venting their frustrations at each other. Takumi, this may sound harsh, but it's your fault things ended up this way. You acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. I agree! And no, I've done this loop 146 times. There are timelines where you were a lot more proactive about integrating with the group. In those timelines, the others admired you more than they do now. They never would have fought like they did today. Their captain was an anchor for them, and that strengthened their unity. And so, we decided to do 3 days worth of partying with the group. Tsubasa! Aito's actually joining us in volleyball! Aww. See, but this doesn't feel like it's earned, because he's right, we've been ignoring them this whole timeline. Unlike in the other timelines, this doesn't feel like it's earned. They've been, because... They're right, we have been ignoring each other.
with our adrenaline pumped to the max. In the name of the fucking badassery of humanity.
I love that he, like, laughs there. You can hear the VA laugh. You're crazy, man. I thought the pool yesterday was cool, but this is peak. Look at Tsubasa! She's so happy! And look at Nozomi in the back! Hideko pulled a coin out of her pocket.
I'm going to toss this coin. And you're going to call heads or tails.
If I was playing this game blind, I'd probably go tails because I always go tails, but I know the answer is heads. It sucks. I probably should not have played this game blind. I'm gonna be playing Deltarune blind, but for last night, remember? Yes, and I called heads and I was right, so we went out and explored today. But that means there's a timeline where you called tails. A timeline where you were wrong and we didn't go anywhere. That's where we're going tonight, to that timeline. The more people on our side, the better, right? 2 heads are better than 1, and 4 are better than 2. We're gonna go see ourselves in the wrong guess timeline. Why? Hi, Tsubasa. So on this top secret mission, you need to be able to see on the backs of some kind of monsters wearing clothes. They're incredibly vicious, so it's hard to get near them. Thank you, Tsubasa. That's why she's the best. Hi, Tsubasa. X-ray goggles.
Huh?
X-ray goggles. If you put these on, you can see right through people's clothes, so we can see the monster's backs. Yeah, you just need to be within 10 feet of them. I added an instant camera function as a little bonus. Just put the button on the side, it'll develop and print the photo. I'm glad you trust us enough to, like, not make a haha, you're gonna be a sexual deviant joke. Okay, there we go. Hideko doesn't trust me enough. Okay, there we go. You know, I thought this game would keep it in for a second. I thought I could trust this game to keep it in for a second, to not go for the obvious joke.
Huh?
The two of them was glaring at me with such contempt, I thought I might wither away the spot. Anyway, I'll be holding on to these. If Gaku got his hands on them, we'd all be in trouble. Shut up, Takumi. So with the help of ourselves from another timeline, we get all of the distress codes and go to the machine to input all the codes. Okay, I know we need to not press it in order to get the true ending, but I want to see what happens if you press it. We have time, so... Touch. Oh! What? Huh? Nice distress signal. I just have a bad feeling about this. Oh, I get it. You lost your nerve, didn't you? I thought you were better than that man. Here, tell me the number. I'll smash it in myself. The next day the blood space wave surges would be tomorrow, day 86. If we parallel up then, we'd be able to know an unknowable branch of history. Not exactly a vision, but enough to prove my point. Maybe the distress thing was where did we learn about the distress thing from? Like, maybe it's just there, so they know to blow it up so there's no witnesses? So we tell the others the plan, and we tell them about the alternate timelines. However, we don't tell them about the time loop. Then we jump to the timeline where we inputted that 4. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know the reason why.
Because they wanted to cover up the evidence. If there was one person alive and they just let him back onto the ship, onto the artificial satellite, they would expose everything that happened to them. I'm glad that Ava has more of a personality in this route, but I feel like we've brainwashed her into, like, none of this is her. Best in the giggle, indestructible and undefeatable. Never liggable, never yiggable. Special defense unit, fight a giggle. You're not joining in the team chat? You're gonna join in the team chat if it's the last thing you do, young lady.
Yum, yum, yum.
Distress signal transmitter. Don't play dumb. We know you know about it. Sir, I think they might mean the device intended for the stand together, fall together plan. Oh, that! The thing the top brass were telling about us before our mission started up here. What is this stand together, fall together plan? Exactly what it sounds like. The remaining member would activate a self-destruct device to blow everything for miles around sky high. It was the big bosses who came up with this rather tragic plan. The idea was to wipe out any invaders inside the school and surrounding area in one fell swoop. It wouldn't kill them all like the final attack, but we'd be able to retaliate a little. But we couldn't come out and just say it was a last resort self-destruct device. You've got to imagine that the last survivor wouldn't jump at a chance to lose something like that. So the human authorities in charge made up a lie and claimed it was a distress signal transmitter instead. I couldn't agree more. I was totally against it. The Honorable Seer and I both protested, so in the end the plan was scrapped. But then how? What do you mean how? Stand together, fall together was scrapped before the mission even started. Don't tell me you don't know about the machine in the basement. Huh? The basement? They don't even know the basement exists? I don't buy that. If we get rid of Veshness, the problem is solved. I think Commune will be able to get everyone else together. Suasa's the goat of this game. Like, nothing good would happen without her being here. In the timelines where she dies, everything immediately goes to shit. I've said that I'm not a big fan of this ending. I'm not a big idea of them canonizing every single thing like this and kind of throwing it all the way to the wayside for this ending. But it's still a decent ending. It's still a decent timeline. It's just mid compared to Killing Game. Were you talking to someone just now? Yes. A lady. That's what I said, isn't it? She's possibly in her 50s, wearing a white coat. Maybe she was a doctor or researcher. This set has the plans for the Machine Plus on it. It can move vertically as well as horizontally. The Time Machine Plus? Is that Hideko from the future who studied and became a lab worker? Are we just never going to meet her? Is Ava going to have to abandon her daughter in this timeline? What? Okay, spray the fluid on it and then go find Commune, and it takes her 5 days to fix it. Go find Commune. You remember things from alternate timelines, right, Takumi? Don't you remember the fact that Commune fixed the thing for you? Go find Commune. It better be. Without that, we can't get the baby out of the defense room. That happens, the missiles will be fully charged and the final attack will launch on day 100. And with the escape pod in such a dire state, we'd be unable to leave the planet. Without that life support system, the rest of us are screwed too. Oh, she's gonna finish, and then the Hideko from the other timeline is gonna fucking steal it. Because she said she'd do that. What? No! Keep your fucking gross hands off! Wait, how did he leave teardrops on the ground if he's an avatar? We should all jump to a different timeline. We can find one with an intact escape pod and use that to go to the satellite. Pretty smart, right? But no, we can't do that. We won't be able to bring the baby with us without the life support system. We'd be leaving Shion to die. There are other reasons not to as well. I heard something from Shion yesterday, Boarding is restricted. Only Special Defense Unit members register with the pod can board. If an unregistered outsider gets in, the pod won't launch. So I won't be allowed on board. It's not just you. Even if we brought the baby and the life support device on board, he isn't registered. Then how did they get there in... Then how did they get there in... Oh, I guess... Commune changed those functions. You haven't earned the song, Hideko. You haven't earned the song, Hideko. You haven't. Sorry. Tsubasa earned it. You didn't. Day 98 is almost over. To me, the events of this day, of this very moment, they are so precious, so irreplaceable. It was the reason for everything. You mean why you came here? You wanted to see them again.
Oh.
No, that's not all. The reason I went with you to save Hideko on day 16, the reason I brought the parasol, the reason I lied about Takumi 2 being healed the next day, everything I did was to make sure this moment would be recreated. I laid down all the tracks to create a line that leads to this moment. Because I wanted to protect this timeline. I didn't want this moment to disappear.
That's why he killed so many of his friends in this timeline.
Yeah, and you let that happen.
I'd prioritized fixing him in the early stages, I could have built a line that avoided that tragedy.
Yeah, you should have.
I didn't. I wanted to hear you say it. That's why I did all this. That's the only reason.
So you doomed an entire timeline to hear me say... Yes! You know what? We're all sinners here, baby. That was the point of the Killing Game timeline, so... Sorry to keep you waiting. I somehow managed to make it in time. Da-da-da-da! The baby jar! Oh, it's gonna get stolen from us!
We have nothing to fear. We can't lose.
Because
Thanks,
we are
Saito.
the...
Are we gonna say the thing? What the fuck are you talking about?
Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on!
What the fuck are you talking about? Well, did it work? Yeah, everything's fine, don't worry. Baby in the jar. The baby, he's okay. I already finished charging them. What? The missiles are already full. What are you saying? It's only day 99. It's not possible for them to be charged so soon. That's how it's been in all the timelines Hideko and I know about. Perhaps Shion's feelings were too intense. His passion, his feelings and affection for us, maybe they burned a little too brightly. Nigo did mention something like that before. The more positive the emotions Shion feels, the greater the supply of energy. So if they're all full of energy, the final attack is going to launch after all. Maybe if you got Commune 5 days ago... Wait, but what about the issue of... I see, so that's it. Basically, all we need to do is jump to this hunt timeline. Then we can use the escape pod there. I'm sorry to say it, but everyone in that timeline is already... dead. Oh, in this timeline, in this alternate hunt timeline on day 93. But what about Ava and Shion, who aren't part of the SDU? Wait a moment, isn't boarding restricted? Only... Don't worry about that. This escape pod got eaten up by the particle bacteria, but because their Tsubasa repair... Wow, we're just taking away Commune's abilities like this. We could also just jump to this timeline, wait for the attack to go off, and then jump back, right? The loop... Oh, no, wait, we can't because of the time loop. There was a tiny suit hole in the suit. Yeah,
on day 86 too.
Are there holes in two of the suits?
This is the least I can do to atone.
By making sure nobody else gets leap damage? Because if you did it just one time, you're fine, right? Like, Takumi's fine. We could have just sacrificed someone we don't like. Like, fuck, make Aito do it. Fuck it. He needs to atone too. Make Aito do it. The final attack. Since everyone in this timeline got wiped out, people from the artificial satellite came here, and they brought a spare baby they've been secretly keeping on the satellite with them, a clone of Shion. How do we create... They put him in the machine in the defense room as a replacement for the baby who passed in this timeline. This one's developing, so his body won't be stable yet. Because of that, right after he finished powering the missiles, he passed away.
I think it's fate that I die here.
Shut up! You're being stupid. Oh, womp womp.
Why I can't be saved.
Oh, womp womp. Nobody hates me. Everybody loves me. Nobody hates me. I gotta go eat.
Not after what I've done. There's no way.
Fuck you.
We'd be allowed to survive. After killing everyone on this planet, I'll enter the Liver Mortis codes. After the pod launches, of course. Right before the attack. If I do that, I can stop the missiles from launching. For what I've done.
Brother, womp womp. You should have gone to the... You should have lived in the... You should have taken notes from this timeline that we're in right now. You remember what happened? No,
Even
only I
as
do.
I stay here, dullard of a servant.
Wow! Shut up!
But also...
When did we learn that in this timeline that we're on another planet?
Even if I'm the only one.
Don't play the fucking music. You have not earned this, Hideko! The very second I was about to apply pressure with my finger... Oh, hi. How? Don't worry, the pod's still on the surface. Tsubasa whipped up a program that let us launch it manually. She's up there waiting right now. She did it in what? 30 seconds? In 200 seconds? So just... She did that in... I mean, I get she's a miracle worker, but... I get that she's the GOAT, but is that humanly possible? Who's gonna enter the final four? I'll handle that. I'll press it right before the final attack is launched. I can teleport in this form, and my real body is inside the pod anyway. But I can't move anymore. It's okay, we'll take turns carrying you. If we do that, we can still make it in time. Going through all this for mid. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I like Hideko as a character. Everyone was inside the pod, except for Commune! Where's Commune? In this route. Is she dead? And their functions have now been restored. Aren't they gonna blow up the bombs in our bodies? Don't we have the... What about the bombs?
Know your place, servant. It's
Shut up! I was a little happy to hear a retort. Yeah, what happened to your leaf damage? Aren't you still gonna die from that? Woohoo! Yippee! Also, get away. Also, shout out to Aito. Kevin killed him in the previous run.
Shion. We all care for you.
In the first run. Also, aren't you burning alive?
So much.
Thanks. Now, give me some space, please.
Sit tight, Tsubasa. I'll send him flying with a slippery mocha.
Can we
German
kill him?
suplex.
This is the worst ending. Can we kill him?
Let's just be Kako and Ima from now on.
See, and normally that during the game they would have done this. Now it's just oh right, at the end we need to that's right, we need to resolve their character arcs.
Safe and sound.
It's way past 10 a.m. But we're all still here.
Yeah.
Which means...
We're...
Free from the time loop.
No, you told them! You fucked everything up! Suddenly, critical malfunction in the fucking things. It goes careening towards the ground.
Yes!
Also, what the fuck are you talking about, Takumi? So long as all of us are together, we can keep on finding our way. We'll walk an endlessly continuing path leading to an eternity where we can all be happy. Aww. I'm glad that they have this. Doesn't feel as earned as the other endings. And that is going to be the end of 100 Line. I don't have to play this game ever again. There's, like, fucking a million more endings. I don't give a shit, dude. I just want it to be over with. This game's so fucking long. 104.8 hours. And that's not including the demo version, which is an extra 3.8 hours. And with that, this will be the finale of the 100 Line series. I really don't want to do any of the other endings, so I'll do them off camera or something. I gave my thoughts on the game as a whole in the last video, and I'm going to be giving them again in my top 10 games I played this year video, likely, because this game probably is going to be on that list. So I'm going to save you the whole review for now. Next big playthrough on the channel is Deltarune. That comes out literally in like 3 days after this video goes up, so hope you're excited for that. If you want to catch that, I will be live playing it on my Twitch the instant it comes out on June 4th at 11 a.m. So go over to twitch.tv/KhepriProd in order to watch that. I streamed this entire series on there as well, so you could have watched that there early as well. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then hit that subscribe button and hit like as well, and I'll be sure to play more games on this channel. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you with my final tier list for the game, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!